In this section, we're going to be discussing methods, classes, and objects. Personally, I consider this one of the most important sections of the entire course because for the first time, we're going to be showing you how we can utilize the Java programming language to do object-oriented programming, which is a very powerful application of computer science. We're going to be making objects from scratch utilizing classes, methods, and instance variables. So let's see what our section objectives have for us. So we're going to first start off with an introduction to methods, classes, and objects. And the reason why I do a pretty long video for the introduction to these methods, classes, and objects is because it's very hard to talk about them individually. We can talk about them individually. However, I want you right from the get-go to see how all of these concepts are intertwined together and how we can make objects, how we can make classes from scratch. So not only is this an introduction to methods, classes, and objects, I actually have all the section material packed into one video. So one can see it as an introduction, others can see it as a review of this entire section. But it might be difficult. So I have individual sections regarding the different concepts of the section in its after the first video. So the second lesson is learning what objects are. You might want to look at objects in real life and then see, hey, how do I put this in terms of computer science? How do I put this into the Java programming language? So we're going to learn how to do that. Then we're going to learn what classes actually are, not just in the scope of, having the main method there, but like what an actual class is. Hint, hint, it's a blueprint, and how to construct them. Then we're going to learn what makes up a method and the different types of method. So I remember, if you recall, in our introduction to methods video, I showed you a method declaration or method signature, as you can say. And although I was like, let's not discuss what the method signature is, let's discuss what the method actually does. Well, now we're going to talk about the individual word that makes up a method. So why is it public? Why is it static? Why is it void? And stuff like that. What actually makes up a method? Then we're going to be going into public, private, and the static keywords because those are very important in terms of defining variables and methods in our classes. And then finally, we're going to be discussing scope precedence because it's very important to know when a variable exists in this location, but it cannot be accessed in another location. So again, this is a pretty important lesson. In fact, one of the most important lessons in my opinion, because this is a very powerful application of the Java programming language. You don't only use this in computer science classes, you use this in computer science jobs as well. So a very good grasp of it will put you ahead of the curve.